You're smaller, so it's better for you to be closer. Okay. Okay.
Oh, I am closer, huh?
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, hopefully the audio's good. Okay, go ahead.
Want me to do it?
Yep, you start it.
Hello, herding school followers. I'm Molly. This is Mandy.
We're new at this.
We're very new at this.
So we're doing a podcast,
Okay.
but since most people don't know what a podcast is,
Like me.
we're going to put this also on YouTube. So maybe you're following us from YouTube, maybe you're seeing us from our free site, maybe you're seeing us from our member site.
Lots of sites.
Maybe
Lots
you hear
and lots
dogs
of
barking
sites.
in the background.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You'll probably hear dogs barking in the background. So of we're going to talk about the Nationals. Was that our topic today?
I think we were going to introduce ourselves.
Okay.
And then what your, kind of introduce our free, is that your guardian dog?
Yes.
Okay.
It's my guardian dog in the background.
I think we were just going to talk about herding, our herding school, all our free stuff, and then we can talk about nationals.
Okay.
So we are starting a podcast. I'm going to say it. Molly's not going to like that I'm going to say this, but we're going to do it every week.
What?
She's so against every week. I think we're going to do it. We're going to be able to do it every week.
We're going to do it. We can.
So we're going to talk to you in some form every week.
And topics, suggested topics would be nice too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Send us topics that you want to hear about. That way we're telling you stuff you're interested in.
I'm not a very big techie, so this is all very new to me. I've never done a podcast, or I hate to say it, even listened to a podcast.
Yeah,
So
now
this
you're
is
going to.
Mandy's wonderful idea, and we're both good talkers, so I don't think it's going to be a problem for either of us.
It should be all right.
Okay, Mandy.
So let's tell you a little bit about Molly. So you go ahead, tell them about yourself. What's your experience?
Oh my goodness, I'm not a
Besides
good
it all.
bragger. I compete in all venues. I've been herding for at least 30 years, and I do USBCHA, AKC, AHBA, and ASCA. I own several breeds. I have at least 75 excellent titles, herding excellent titles on multiple breeds. Oh God, I don't know, 20 dual champions.
So dual champions are herding and confirmation champions.
Yes.
How many dual different venues do you think you have? Have you ever counted them?
Oh, a dog in every venue, you mean?
Or just like ASCA and AKC or AHBA and
like with one dog?
Yeah.
So we'll take like my Austin, for example, who's an
Yeah.
Aussie. So he has his herding excellent title in AKC. He has his witch in ASCA. He actually has open points in USBCHA.
That's really good for
It
an
is
Aussie.
good for an Aussie. It's good for any dog.
Yeah, it's good for any dog.
Any dog. It wasn't an arena competition, but nonetheless, he beat competition, so he has points in that. And he has his, I think they call it a hitch in AHBA. So one dog has 4 different titles, although
Mocha
USB
had a ton too.
Oh, Mocha. Yeah. Although USBCHA doesn't have titles, they have levels. And to be in the open level, which is where Austin was, as my Aussie, to accumulate points, is quite an accomplishment to be in the open level.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but Mocha, oh my God, that was my pride and joy. She was from Murdoch and Allie, my 2 very favorite dogs. Foundation breeding came from my very first Border Collie that I bought. And she did dock diving. She had agility titles, obedience titles, rally titles.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. And every venue, and a great, great open dog. So she was quite something.
How many AKC herding championships do you have?
Oh.
Have you counted recently?
No, I need to do that though. Maybe we can mention that again on the next podcast. But I would say, 30, maybe
least.
40.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Let's see. How long have you been herding?
Since I think 89, 90 for sure.
Wow.
Okay, I know.
I was
that
born
dated
in
me.
89, so that's a long time.
That dated me a little bit. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Well, that's a long time.
It is a long time. It is, and a lot of people drop out of this because it's a very difficult sport. So to be in it that long and have the experience and
is
the
difficult.
competition. It is. It's difficult, and it's a pretty big accomplishment, I may say.
It's an expensive sport too. Even if you go to a trainer, I mean, that's expensive every week.
It's time consuming and extremely expensive. And the reason that it's expensive is it's not like agility where you can store your equipment. I have to feed my sheep no matter what.
Yeah.
So if you come for a lesson or not, I'm still feeding my sheep. So that's what makes it expensive. And any facility is usually out in the rural areas. So if you're coming from a city, you probably have quite a drive. So there you have your time and your gas. So you really need to be dedicated to the sport if you want to succeed. And it's hard. I remember my very first day starting. I had an Aussie, and I went to my very first lesson, and I always say you get bit by the bug. And I definitely got bit by the bug. And I thought I was never going to be able to do this. And she's yelling, go to the left, go to the right. And I'm going, I mean, yeah, why? That's a good question, Mandy, is why. So it got to where that I actually let her work my dog because I enjoyed watching my dog work. But I was very determined to be successful myself. And so I got out there and I did it. But it was very difficult at first. I found it easier to learn if I was watching somebody else do it, rather than doing it myself. I always felt awkward, and by the time that my instructor would say for me to do something, that it changed.
Yeah.
And
like
I go
playing golf with
it is
golf balls.
Yeah. And it's always very difficult to learn. But I did it with an Aussie to start with, and then I got into the Border Collies because I like to run the big field, and that truly is their venue. But I have several breeds. I have Border Collies, Aussies, Kelpie, Corgi, Cardigan.
Oh, Cardigan, Corgi,
I think
there's two different Corgis.
There are.
Cardigan.
Cardigan. And
You've worked Picards?
I have worked Picards. I have herding champions on Pemmies, Cardis. I have German Shepherd. I have...
You've worked Malinois?
Aussies, Borders, Malinois. I have a herding excellent with a 5-point major in herding with the Malinois.
That's really good.
It is really good. Turves. I compete with a lot of turves. I don't own a turve, but I think it kind of makes me pretty well-rounded knowing all the different breeds. And it's not just working Border Collies that... I'm going to say they're a little easier. They don't come trained, but they are a little bit easier. They have the speed, they have the style, they have the keenness, whereas the Cardigans are short-legged, so they don't have the speed. And you have to train them just a little differently to make sure they're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I see that. And I think it's like, I know that Picards were meant to work like 1,000 head of sheep.
There's their tendings.
So it was a harder...
Yeah.
That was a tough breed to work.
Especially when you're only
5.
working 3 to 5 sheep.
Yeah.
Because then the hunt is on. Definitely the hunt is on with, you get those big tending breed dogs, and you put them out into an arena with 5 sheep or worse, 3, and the sheep see that big breed come in, and it's hard.
You've worked a Poolie, haven't you?
I've done a Poolie. I've actually put titles on poodles.
Really?
Yes.
I wouldn't have thought a poodle would be a herding breed, but I suppose.
It's not a bad herding breed. It's they don't have the feel that some of them have, but they have the ability to stay on their stock, I guess I would say. They enjoy working enough, but you have to place them a little bit more than you would place some of the other breeds. So I have titles on poodles in AHBA because they allow poodles to herd in AHBA.
Shelties. Did you mention your Shelties?
I said I have a Sheltie. I have Lewis.
Collies. Have you done Collies?
I've done a few Collies. I've worked with somebody who had Collies in the excellent level.
Nice. That's really good.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what other odd breeds might be out there.
Have you ever worked a Bernese?
No, not personally.
I've seen them in a couple.
They're not strong herding dogs. They can get through it. Yeah, it wouldn't be a breed that I would select, but if you want to herd with one, you can. You just have to remember that it's going to be a lot different for you to master the same things that somebody else is mastering. So never compare yourself to the dog next to you. because they all
have their own struggles.
They all have their own struggles, and every dog has their own weaknesses. And what one dog's strength is might be another dog's weakness.
Sammys. Remember we did that instinct test with the Sammys?
Yeah. That's the one. That's the white breed.
Yep.
That's
Those
what I
were
was trying to
interesting.
think. Yeah, we had one that competed here that took a high-end trial.
Wow.
And started, and it's amazing
That
to
is
see
amazing.
it come. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what other odd breeds might be out there.
All sorts. We should have brought like a list, and then you could have said yes, I've done, or no, I haven't.
Yeah.
So I guess if you have one of those odd breeds, you should let us know.
Please.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah, we'd like to hear from you on that.
What your challenges are.
Yeah.
What you find.
Like input, guys. Lots of input. It helps us give you what you need for your training program.
So if you're wondering where I fit in, I'm sort of behind the scenes. But I think I give a good started perspective.
Mandy's young. young.
Behind the scenes with the
Behind the
techie
scenes, the techie stuff.
And then I give sort of a started perspective because I've been doing it a while, but I take a lot of breaks for my kids. I took breaks to have kids.
And there's
I'm not
nothing
having
wrong
any
with
more
that.
kids.
There's nothing wrong with that. I had Mary Alice, and it was difficult for me to get out there and do some of the big field trials during that period because they're only young ones, and I wanted to spend time with her. So the road trips to do some of the bigger trials were a little bit harder when she was in school because you can't just pull them out of school, even though she was homeschooled. It's still
different.
You still have to have school, and so we all have our different times that we have to pull from this sport. But coming back, consistently coming back, is a good thing. And Mandy,
come back for nationals.
Mandy will have a lot of input for the started crowd because she still remembers the struggles and is going through a lot
every
of the
dog.
struggles.
It seems like every dog gives me a different challenge. My first dog was hard.
Yes, he was.
And he's old now, but
he's getting better now that he's a little older.
Yeah, now he's old. Slows down.
He's not as fast.
It was kind of a bad combination. He was a hard dog for someone to start with.
Yeah.
I think he was a really hard dog to start with.
And you're still with
And
it.
I was green.
Yeah.
So to put a tough dog with a green handler was tough.
My first Aussie that I started with was really hard.
Was it?
Really,
Maybe
really
it makes
hard.
you better.
Well, not only are they, sometimes we get those hard dogs at the beginning, but I think we all think that they're really hard dogs because
true.
we're so green.
Because it's hard.
Because it is hard.
Because herding is hard.
Yeah, and it's really hard when you don't have the knowledge to teach.
Yeah, you don't
a
know what's
dog.
going on.
Yeah.
And they kind of take it. He took advantage. I think he was one of those dogs that took advantage of my greenness.
And he knew more than you did.
He did. And he took advantage of it.
And he took advantage of it.
But his daughter was amazing. Kiva was.
Kiva.
I wish I had started with a Kiva.
Yeah.
She was easy. Easy. Anyway.
But Guinness taught you a lot.
But maybe she was easy because I had learned from him.
That's true.
So
Could be.
You never know.
Could be.
So I don't know if you're coming here from YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, you can see us. If you're on the podcast, you can't see us, but we'll put a link down below to the YouTube. We're going to start putting different videos, some free stuff. We want to put out some free stuff for those of you that just want to see what we're about. But we do have a course. And that course has over 400 videos.
Wow.
400 videos that we've done. They're really good.
Everything
videos.
from starting into driving, correct?
Yeah, and we're going to get deeper into driving because I'm going to start
that's
teaching
what
a
Mandy
couple
said.
dogs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mandy's
Driving is
there.
a hard one for me. I can do it, but I haven't.
It's starting all over. It really is.
With different dogs.
And our dogs, most of the dogs are natural fetchers. So when we start the drive, it is starting all over. And the last thing they want to do is take livestock away from you. So there's a lot of different ways to do driving. And I think that we've tapped on quite a few of those ways on the program.
Yeah. You know what was interesting too is the dog that I started with that was tough, Guinness, tough to fetch. He was a great driver.
Yeah.
He took to that, and that was like a whole new amazing world. Maybe he just needed me out of his way. Let me do it.
I think they all would like to think that.
They all would like to think that.
They would all like to think that. Kind of like kids, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about nationals. So we're going to nationals in 3 months.
Woohoo!
So we're excited. It'll be fun.
We are.
And Molly's a judge next year for confirmation. So she's
Sweepstakes.
not just a herding judge.
No, I do agility, obedience, and confirmation.
Confirmation.
And I will be judging the sweepstakes classes next year. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
It is.
That's a really cool one.
Yeah.
So we didn't mention you are a judge. She's a judge for AKC, ASCA. Are you judge for ASCA?
No, I make the qualifications, but I haven't sent in my application yet.
AHBA?
AHBA. and I have judged a few USBCHA trials.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been an ASCA member for more than 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I think I started with Aussies, so I became a member right away, so maybe even 30, as much as I hate to say that. It's amazing that I've done things for 30 years when I'm really, 35? 40?
Right. You like started when you were like 10. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's funny, because Mary Alice, my daughter, will be able to say that, because she did start.
Right out of the womb.
Right out of the womb, yes.
Gave birth on the herding field.
Pretty much.
Out you go, away. That's funny. So Nationals is coming in 3 months. We're going to take, I don't know how many dogs we're going to take. It's one of those things we're kind of seeing who's ready, because we don't want to take a dog to Nationals that isn't ready.
No, we're going to take the cream of the crop to Nationals. We're going to come in, hopefully, hit it hard, win a lot. Yes, we are competitive. That's what it's about. Competition can make you better. Everybody has a different level of competitiveness.
Yep.
And mine is very, very high. Mandy, what would you think yours is? Medium-ish
I
to high?
felt like mine was medium until I got my first high-end trial, and then that's my goal. After that, it was like, I don't want to just qualify. I want a high-end trial.
Yeah.
So she keeps beating me at Nationals by like half a point.
Half a point here and there.
It's like, so annoying.
Yeah.
So,
it's okay. It's good for me to beat her once in a while. That keeps you going, doesn't it?
It's every time. Every time.
Well, I have a goal for Nationals this year, and this is going to sound really bad, but I want 4 high-end trials
in one day.
In one day.
She got really close last year. You got 3.
I got 3. I've had 3 twice.
Yeah.
But I want 4 high-end trials.
I just want 1. Just give me 1.
Set your goals high, and you might achieve them. You know, it's not. I don't get depressed. Yeah, I don't get disappointed that I don't.
But it's good to set your goals.
But if I set my goals high, then I'll come close to achieving them.
Yeah. I also think that we should put it out there that we do love our dogs. We have a relationship with our dogs. But, I mean, you're not driving across country.
Yeah.
You can have a relationship at home.
You can have a relationship. We're
not driving across country.
Yeah.
I mean, it is about your relationship with your dog, because you're not going to win unless you have a good connection with that dog.
Yeah.
You're just not.
No. Winning is about the connection you have.
It is.
A dog
that does.
That's right. It's a team. This is definitely a team sport, and I can't say that enough. That's a great topic. We need to talk about that maybe on its own podcast. But
that's a whole hour on its own.
Our dogs are well cared for. We have a great relationship with them. Just because they don't sleep in our bed doesn't mean we don't have a great relationship with them. I do have some dogs that sleep in my bed, though. Mandy might too, but
yeah.
But it is winning or being successful on the field. Right there, it tells you what kind of relationship you have with your dog.
Yeah, and not that if you lose, you don't have a good relationship, but just that. I don't know. I just think sometimes people, it's kind of like a topic that people don't want to. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like people are afraid to say it's about winning. And you're not spending $50 in entries.
When you travel, it's about winning.
Yeah, you could do your local trials just for fun.
Yeah. Why would you go? For us, what is it? I think round trip was 1,200 miles.
Something crazy.
So at least 600 miles one way for us to go. So we have to stop on the road, get a hotel room, spend the gas. You don't even want to know what I have in entry fees.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's
like $500 a dog, isn't it?
It's $600. I was $600 a dog to go 3 days on all 4 courses. Yeah. And right now we have probably 7 dogs signed up. So those of you that can do the math.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, don't crash when you're listening to this, because
it's not,
it's not cheap. So the purpose of going to a Nationals, I have to say, is to win.
Yeah.
Again,
it's for fun. You want to show all the hard work you've done.
Well, of course you want to have fun. You wouldn't go that far if you didn't want to have fun.
We'll link down below. We videoed 2 of our national trips. I wish we would have videoed every single one. They were so much fun. And you can see we had a blast. So it's like a little vacation.
It is.
But I mean,
it's a competitive vacation.
It's a competitive vacation. For that much money, we could have gone to a lot of places, but it's a lot of fun.
I think what Mandy's trying to say is
it's okay to be competitive.
It's okay to be competitive.
And it's okay
to want to win. And when you go to the Nationals, that's what you want to do. And
And we don't love our dogs any less if they don't win. We just know where you need to try harder, where you need to work, where your holes are.
Yeah.
But we try to use I feel like we try to use the local competitions to find out where your holes are.
Yes.
And then you can kind of fill those in, because obviously what they do at home.
And we'll travel. We'll go from different facility to different facility to get in the best practice that we can. Use different people's stock.
We have great people along the way. They've been so nice to let us come and practice.
Yeah.
Which is great.
What time is it?
I don't know. What time is it?
Okay.
We're good.
Good.
We have 15 minutes.
Okay.
We have 15 minutes.
We don't want to talk too much because Mandy and I are pretty good talkers.
we can talk about nationals all day.
Let's do our next podcast on introducing maybe the dogs.
Yeah, we could introduce the dogs. I also think a good podcast topic would be stock.
Yes.
Because you don't realize how important stock are until you have bad stock.
Well, and that's what I was going to get into, but I don't want to talk too much today.
That's a whole hour.
It is, probably, huh?
It is.
I just wanted to talk about the different stock that we have here. So we'll cover that next time, and how we practice on different types of stock to be prepared for everywhere that we go.
Where we go. So I guess just to wrap it up, this is Molly.
This is Mandy.
We're gonna put links down below to our Facebook page. We're actually gonna start a new Facebook page just for herding, because you have your double M page.
Yes.
And you post your dogs and
kind of
puppies.
personal page.
It sort of is, yeah. And you can still follow her on there, but I think it would be good to post just a herding page where you get herding training tips and stuff like that. So we'll post a link to all of that, which means I need to get on it and make
Feedback.
Yeah, leave us feedback. And if you haven't seen our course, go to herdingschool.com and check it out. I think for at least a little bit, so I don't know when you're watching this, but for a little bit, we're still offering 3 days for free. Is it 3 or is it 5? It might even be 5.
I'm not the techie person.
Okay, it's 3 or 5 days for free. So you can go in the course and you can cancel it if you
try it out
for you. But try it.
Yeah.
You know what? $10 a month for now.
Yeah.
Give me a break. $10 a month. You spend that.
No, it's not even 10. $9.97.
Yeah.
Oh, 5? I
don't know.
I think it's 7. I think
It's probably
I think it's $9.97.
We do lots in 7s.
Lots of
It's a lucky
sevens.
number 7.
Yes.
You spend more than that on Starbucks in a week.
Almost a trip
For one person.
for one person.
Yeah, so you know what, try it out, and if you like it, it's less than $10 a month. And that's, I don't know how much your lessons are in this area or in your area. In this area, they're $50 a lesson.
On a cheap side.
On the cheap side. So,
Yeah.
And it's not replacing a lesson. I think it's to enhance your lesson. So that, like you said, when you get out there and you're like fumbling around, you can go back to the video yourself, send us videos.
Oh yeah, please do.
But you could go back and say, oh, this is why, because we explain a lot of why you need to be where you need to be.
Yes. And
Why this is happening.
And it'll help maybe with the terminology even when your instructor is telling you to do something, and maybe your instructor isn't making it clear enough for you that day. Hopefully we have made it clearer. Is that a word?
It is
More
now.
clear? Hopefully that we have made it possible for you to understand the terminology or what your instructor is trying to tell you. Watch them.
And with so many different dogs that we have on there, we deal with like the gripper, we deal with the insecure dog, the overconfident dog, the green dog, the older dog,
The multiple breeds.
the multiple
alone.
breeds. Yeah,
I
it's
think
not
we're about
just
the
border
only one
collies.
that offers all
It's
of the
a
different
lot.
breeds.
There's 400 videos, guys. Like, that's a lot of videos and a lot of different topics. If you look at our free videos, they are peanuts compared to our training.
Oh, yeah.
Our free videos are amazing, don't get me wrong. But
Everything we do is amazing.
we're just amazing. Our free videos are really awesome, but the training, ducks, we go over ducks. Do we have geese videos up yet? We have probably at least 50 videos sitting in the wings to go up to.
Yes.
So it's not like there's just the videos we have now. If people contact us and say, hey, what about this? We put it out there. We're going to start
You want to see more of something else? We're going to we're going to start videotaping the bee course.
Because you know what, we're practicing anyway for nationals. So if we go to the field once a week, we're going to video it. And the cool thing is, my favorite video is when Molly keeps telling the dog to go one direction.
Oh gosh.
It's my favorite. It's actually going to be a free video. It's so funny. I think it just shows that we're all human, but it shows it's not perfect. You're not going to see everything being perfect. You're going to see mistakes, and you're going to see how you fix it.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest part of it is we're not editing a ton of stuff. We want you to see it as it actually is, like Mandy said.
Because that's how hurting is.
I was out there doing a lesson. I was videotaping it.
It's my favorite.
At Mandy's favorite. I think it's a lot of people's favorite. And I'm out there giving the wrong command. I'm giving, I think, an away direction using the go by or something. I don't remember. But whatever I'm doing, it was wrong. And all of a sudden, into this, I stopped and went, oh my gosh, I've been doing this all wrong. So we're human. And I want everybody to understand that we all make mistakes. And 30 years, guys, and I was given a wrong flank. So it happens to all of us.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up here. Let us know what you think. Weekly podcast. I think they're going to be super raw. Like, we're not editing this. We don't have time to do that.
And Mandy might be techie, but she's not that techie.
Yeah, we're going to say weird things. So if you want to see things in the raw, I would encourage you to listen or watch. What's the one thing to end? What's the one thing, I already know what my answer is. What's the one thing you want people to know about you, that you wish people knew about you, that you feel like maybe they misunderstand?
Oh. Well, I wish Mandy would have prepared me for this question, because I might
this is the raw part of it. I'm not preparing her.
She did not prepare me for this.
I just told her, let's just talk about you and let's just introduce our course and stuff.
I don't even know if this is something that should be on a video. People sometimes misread me.
They misread her.
They misread me.
They think that she's hard to talk, or that that she's intimidating.
That is the word that gets used the most, is intimidating. And I really find that interesting, because I kind of think I'm fun.
I think I'm fun.
I think I'm
you're
nice.
fun too.
I think I'm fun. I do call it like it is, and maybe that might be sometimes more than some people can handle.
I think people are afraid to come up to people during a trial and ask questions. I think if anyone came up and was asking you questions, you'd be more than happy to answer.
I am. And there's a lot of people out there that would vouch for me.
You're going to answer it truthfully. You're not going to sugarcoat it. So if something is what it is, she's going to call it like it is.
Yeah.
She'll be nice about it.
I'm always nice. I'm nice.
You're nice.
That's all there is to it. I'm nice.
I just wouldn't come up to you maybe
when I'm hardcore competing.
Yeah, like maybe after a run. Like, let her come down from either a high or frustration.
Low.
Yeah, whatever. Or maybe right before you go in. I don't think you should go up to anybody during those times, because they're kind of focused in on their thing.
And when like us, we're running 7 dogs.
Yeah, but stop us and say, hey, can I chat with you when you get a minute?
At lunchtime, or at the end of the day, or first thing in the morning.
Yeah. Or just,
Okay, Mandy, what is it that people...
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think people, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, so you can ask me that question.
Yeah.
I can't ask you that question?
I don't know what people would misread about me. Maybe that I would say that I'm shy, but I actually am shy. That's not a misreading.
You used to be shy. I don't think you're as shy as you used to be.
I try to fake it.
What do you think they'd like to know about you? Give me a good quality about yourself.
Ooh, that's a hard question.
See?
Ew. I don't know. That I'm nice.
Very friendly.
Nice. I'm very friendly.
You are.
I want to help people.
You're very open.
I do want to help people. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah. Because sometimes to a fault.
To a fault, because I'm like, let's make everything free. But we can't. and we would love to do that, but we pay a lot of money for our equipment and our stuff. So it's not that we're like...
Well, that's why we're only charging $9.97.
Right. We want it to be affordable for everybody.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it has to pay for our equipment and our stuff.
Yeah. The
time.
feed for the sheep. Remember we talked about we have to feed our livestock. It's not like agility equipment.
We have a drone that videos from the sky. That thing, I mean, you can only imagine. It's not like a mini drone. It's a professional drone.
Yeah. And we have the solo shot.
We have the solo shot. So we have
records from the ground.
So we have a camera that we attach and it'll follow. So we have a lot of different angles. This is the only time you'll see us with the camera just sitting. Although we used to, when we first started, we had like iPads recording taped up to things.
We used to have everything in every corner.
My gosh, funny.
Technology has changed and we have advanced with it, but with that comes expenses.
Big expenses, yeah. But it's not, I mean, when you see our videos, you're going to see it from the sky, you're going to see it from the side. I'm pretty amazed by it. I mean, not to toot our own horn, but
we're pretty good.
It's pretty good. So check out our free stuff. Go to, if you want to see our free stuff, go to herdingonline.com or Online Herding. They both go to the same site. And there's some free videos on there. And then if you want to check out our course, which I really I would encourage you. They're all open, so you could check it out for 3 days and cancel if you wanted, but you won't. You'll like it. And you won't be able to see 400 videos in 3 days anyway. Then check out, that's at herdingschool.com, and check it out. Check us out on Facebook. Ask questions. You know, we're open to questions. Okay, we ran out of memory card.
See, we talked about not being professionals.
Yeah, we ran out of, I even got a big, anyway, okay. So we're going to end it here because I had to delete a few, like, 30-second things to get this, so we have 30 seconds. So check it out. We have links down below. Sorry for the thing. It happens.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. See you later.